What is active meditation? I was listening to a friend tell me that they tried to meditate and they just couldn't. They would sit in a chair and they would try to think of nothing. That's what's called passive meditation. The goal of passive meditation is to think about nothing, and at some point you reach enlightenment. What I teach is something called active meditation. What we do is we go to the same level of mind. We go to what's called the alpha level. That's the same level you go to when you're in dreams or rapid eye movement sleep or REM sleep. And when you're at that level, you can start to visualize things and start to dissect problems you're working on and look at them from an internal point of view, and you can examine it and use visualization and imagination to create projects or to look at things and figure out what the issues are before you actually construct them in the physical world. So relax your mind, get to an altered state that we call alpha with the use of visualization and imagination, and start to work on projects. Once you're at this level, creating the projects becomes a lot easier. Albert Einstein used to sit in a chair and he would close his eyes and he would imagine rocket ships going into space. And then as they approached the speed of light, he would look at how the light reacted. And then he would open his eyes and he'd write down what he observed in his imagination. And then he would look for empirical evidence to support or reject the stuff that he saw in his imagination. This is essentially how he came up with the theory of relativity. Thomas Edison would do something very similar, where he would think about the problem, and in the case of, say, the dictaphone, he would think about it and then go to a meditative state of some kind. And in one of his states, he had this vision of what the dictaphone looked like after he was working on it for a little period of time. And he saw how it worked in great detail. And when he opened his eyes, he wrote down exactly what it was, how it worked. He gave it to one of his technicians. They put it together, and it basically worked, out of the box the first time that they put it together with very few minor modifications. That later became the dictaphone. That was the first device that we know of that was known to record and play back sound. So what projects are you working on? Work on your projects in an alpha state to find solutions a lot faster and a lot easier. Or go to my website and find out more if you'd like to learn how to meditate and to use the other 90% of your brain to accomplish these fantastic things.